Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, March 4th, and welcome back to Everyday Thoughts. Today, I want to talk about what it means to be vulnerable. You see, as human beings, we were designed to be in perfect communion and relationship with God. And before the fall, before we decided to get creative and go our own way, we were not vulnerable at all. We were totally cared for by God. We were dependent upon Him, and we knew total trust. We had a mandate by God, from God, to go and occupy and control the world, to live for His honor and glory. And we were totally fine with that because we knew that we were one with Him, both in purpose, in mood, and attitude, from a psychological standpoint, just from every perspective imaginable. We were good with God. We were not vulnerable. Once we decided to go our own way and turned away from God, we immediately became vulnerable in every aspect of our life. Whether it's emotionally, whether it's in terms of security, financially, food, safety, everything, we were immediately vulnerable. You could imagine Adam and Eve walking away from the garden with the angel there with the great sword, preventing them from coming back into the garden at all, and walking out into a world that the God who had been their protector and their comforter told them, you're going to walk into a hostile world as cursed people. So now the only hope they had, and the only hope you and I have, to defeat the vulnerability that we all face that's inherent now and part of what it means to be human, is to run back to God and cling to Him. That, of course, could only happen as we trust Christ and are made right by His sacrifice for us. That is the only real answer to vulnerability. But we are created now by what we have become. We have morphed into something which is defined by vulnerability. So we're always attempting to protect ourselves, whether it's in speech, whether it's in relationships, substance abuse, defending ourselves, being uncertain in relationships with other people. Those things happen because we're vulnerable and we're not really secure. And the moment we think we have built something secure that's solid, we know that it can be taken away just like that. Jesus warns about that. Don't trust in things that aren't going to be here, that you can't rely on. So your vulnerability today, realize that that's only going to be solved as you trust God, as you know His Word, and know that He is the one that you can depend on. Not changing circumstances, not relationships, not anything. Only God is secure. So practically coming to trust Him, that is the way to deal with being vulnerable. Because apart from God, we are totally helpless. With Him, our only security lies within trusting Him. See, if you're like me, you have a sense of vulnerability all the time. And there's only one place to go with that. And that's to orient my life towards knowing God cares for me, knowing that I am secure in Christ, not because of what I've done, but because of what's been done for me. Turn this one over. Give me some feedback on this one so we can interact some more, because I'm going to come back to vulnerability tomorrow in a little more depth. But for today, just realize and accept the reality. You and I are vulnerable, and our only security lies in God. We'll come back to this. Thanks so much for being here today and this time of Everyday Thought. Lord bless you. Hit the subscribe button if you want. Like I said, give me some comments and feedback. And Lord bless you, and you have a great day, and be safe in God, because that's where safety lies. You have a great day. Bye-bye.